All right. Let's talk about how we can use ChatGPT or Claude to optimize our resume. Um, this is for those of you that want to, basically any job change that you're going to make, you can use Claude or ChatGPT to optimize your resume. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. Um, this video is specifically for people that are in my Breaking Into Tech Sales program on YouTube. But to be honest with you, I do this myself whenever I'm applying for roles. I've got my resume and the way that I think that it's best positioned. But then what I'll do is I'll run it by Claude and ChatGPT just to get just to make sure it's as sharp as possible and that I'm putting my best foot forward. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. And so I've got someone's resume. I haven't taken a look. I haven't optimized it. I'm just going to walk you through the workflow from start to finish on how to use Claude or ChatGPT. And in today's video, I'm just going to show you Claude, but really the workflow is exactly the same in ChatGPT. So whatever one you prefer. I personally love Claude because, in my experience, it excels at writing tasks. And in fact, if trained properly, it could even be a better writer than you. So that's what we're going to do. I already have Claude opened up in a separate tab, so I'm going to walk you through that. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy paste all of this. Then I'm going to go to Claude and I'm going to give it some context. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my voice to text app and I'm going to prompt it. So, hey, Claude, I've got a resume here that I'd like for you to optimize. Um, just for some context, this resume is specifically going to be used to apply to sales development roles at tech companies. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the resume here for you to analyze. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the job role as well. That way you have full context as to what we're applying for. And then what I want you to do is tailor that original resume and tailor in a way that the hiring manager for this SDR role would want to receive. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And then you can go ahead and optimize it for me. All right, so what I just did is I'm using a voice to text app. I don't need to type this out. And so here's the context. And then I'm going to copy paste that entire resume. So let's go back over here, copy paste, boom. So it's pasted here. And here's the instruction to Claude. And so let's go ahead and hit send. And now Claude is basically saying like, all right, like I got you. It's already actually tailoring it, which I don't need it to tailor it yet because I actually want to give it some more context. So here in a separate tab, I've got a job posting. So this is a sales development role job posting that was posted 2 weeks ago for a tech company here in San Francisco. And what I'm going to do is copy and paste the job role. And then I'm going to paste it back over here on Claude. And I'm going to say, hey, here's the job posting. Please tailor the resume to this exact job post. Really what I want to do is grab the hiring team's attention and make myself seem like the perfect fit. Please don't lie or overly exaggerate any of my accomplishments, but definitely try to sell my capabilities as well. All right, and then I'm going to copy paste that, and then I'm going to hit send, and let's see what Claude returns with. All right, so it's given us the resume, and yep, here's the output. All right, great. So I've completely restructured your resume to align perfectly with Vanta's SDR job requirements. Here's how I tailored it. I'm not going to read through all that, but that's what you would want to proofread, right? You want to make sure that this is as tailored as possible. Now, one thing that I can see here is that this is kind of a long resume. Um, I want this. You want your resume to be no longer than a page, and you also want it to be easy to skim through and read. So I'm going to give it some feedback. Let's do voice to text. Hey, Claude, this is looking good, but I want to keep the resume to one page only. And I also, if possible, I want you to reference the original resume for any statistics, metrics, numbers, dollar values, etc. That's going to be important to maintain in the resume so that we can quantify our accomplishments. I also want you to maintain a 7th to 8th grade reading level on the resume. So don't use any words that are above that. Again, the goal here is to land an interview, and we're going to do that by making the resume easy to read. All right. And by the way, that's like all true, right? The thing with AI sometimes is that it will use big vocabulary and increase the reading level. And so I always ask it to write at a 7th to 8th grade reading level. It keeps it simple, yet uses big enough words to know that, like, hey, it's an adult writing this. So let's hit send on that feedback, and let's see how it optimizes the resume. Cool. So I can already see here, this is a little shorter. The professional resume is shorter. And I love that it's tailored. Sales focused professional with 4+ years of experience in client outreach and building relationships, strong record in cold calling, problem solving, and growing business. Skilled with Salesforce and ready to bring a strong work ethic to Vanta's SDR team. So this is looking really great. Experience level, yeah, look at the bullet points, pretty short and to the point. There's no big words here. I love it. Um, Created a new food offer and grew sales by 15% and brought in new customers. Love that. You want to use metrics and numbers as often as possible to help quantify your accomplishments. Um, and so, yeah, this is great. The skills level and technical skills, like, I don't know if that's really needed, right? We don't need to extend the resume longer than needed. But, this is a good, at least a good enough version for me to work off of and optimize. This is already tailored towards that sales role. And so, yeah, just to summarize here, what you want to do is um, copy and paste a job role into Claude or ChatGPT, whatever you want to use. Copy paste your resume. Ask for Claude to tailor the resume to that specific job role. Then ask it to make it 7th and 8th grade reading level and keep it to one page. You can make it 2 pages if you have more work experience, but one page is usually more than enough. I don't even exceed one page. I try to keep my most relevant experience and then just leave it at one page. And then what you want to do after that is just proofread it, right? Make sure it's as strong as possible. Watch the rest of my YouTube videos on how to structure your resume for these sales roles. And that should put you in a pretty good position. Again, I just did this really quick, but generally you can tailor and train Claude on the specifics that you want, and the deliverables and outputs will only get better and better. So, hopefully this is helpful, guys. Thanks.